All right, good morning, everybody. Here we are at 11alive.com. We are continuing to follow breaking news now. This has been with us since 4:30 this morning. This happened earlier in the morning. We had some very dramatic fire. We're going to put all that up at 11alive.com for you. But what happened? A tractor trailer traveling 75 southbound strikes one of the bridge supports at Windy Hill. Now, this is some looks at it right here. You could see what is left of that tractor trailer. We're still trying to exactly find out the contents of this, but we do know that there were some sort of chemicals in barrels that this tractor trailer was transporting. Now, once this thing struck that bridge at Windy Hill, a fire ensued. The good news is the driver was able to escape that tractor trailer without injury. So definitely some good news there. No injuries reported from any of the firefighters that were battling this blaze. But as you can see here, this tractor trailer completely destroyed on 75 southbound between Delk Road and Windy Hill. The white substance you see on the road there, that is some of that drying agent that they put out to try to clean up these chemicals. Whatever this chemical was, this fluid not only leaked all over the road, but was exploding as these crews were trying to battle this blaze. So as you can imagine, it's been quite a scene and quite a cleanup. We've been watching crews just kind of milling around trying to figure out exactly what's happening. We see two heavy-duty wreckers on the scene there. They're going to haul this thing off, but it looks like they're going to have to probably break this thing up into pieces. You see that Bobcat out there? That's been offloading and unloading onto a dump truck. Again, it is just a massive scene here. Couldn't happen at a worse time in one of the worst areas. Let's go to the video that we got from and PD, and boy, look at this right here. You could see those bridge supports. That's where that tractor trailer initially struck. Debris all over the road. This fire catching some of that median on fire there, and boy, look at that blaze off in the distance. Again, this was the chemicals inside this tractor trailer that began burning and then exploding as crews were trying to battle that blaze. You can only imagine what that was like. That is some intense fire right there. So we appreciate Cobb County sending out that video to us. And again, we go back to the scene live. The Sky Tracker has been over this. Shortly after 6 o'clock, they arrived. But boy, when we came on the air at 4:30, we knew this was going to be a mess when you shut down 75 southbound between Delk Road and Windy Hill. Of course, on one of the biggest travel days of the year. A lot of folks want to get that early holiday jump on the traffic, and unfortunately, it has been an absolute disaster. Let's get over to my maps real quickly because I want to give you a little bit of good news. For whatever reason, we're scratching our heads all morning saying, why aren't the 75 South express lanes open? Well, look to the right of your screen. Happy to report they have finally opened them, but that was after 6 o'clock. In fact, it was not till about 6:30 they reopened those express lanes. So, folks, if you got that Peach Pass, that is where you'll want to be. Of course, that's probably where you're going to be anyway, but bumper to bumper. And we're talking about 12 plus miles of backup along I-75. In fact, these backups are beginning to impact 575. I'll go through some of my maps here as the rest of the rush hour sleeping. I mean, we saw a little bit of volume on 85, but nothing compared to this scene here. All right, the tractor trailer fire, 75 southbound, sits between Delk and Windy Hill. Now, they're diverting traffic off at Delk Road. Folks were jumping off the interstate at the South Loop, the North Loop, Highway 5. Once they saw those brake lights, they're like, I got to get out of this. But unfortunately, look at these delays. Not only is 75 back towards Barrett Parkway, but 575 is now backed up beyond Chastain Road. So this is impacting folks coming down from Canton, Holly Springs, Woodstock, Kennesaw, through Marietta. It is just far and wide. Now, Cobb Parkway is one of the biggest alternates we give you. Whenever there's a situation on 75, all of us traffic reporters, we send you over to Cobb Parkway. That is not where you want to be right now. Cobb Parkway is an absolute nightmare in itself because everybody went for that. Now, Powers Ferry was an earlier alternate, but these delays are so bad you're not even going to be able to get to Powers Ferry. So we've got to really start thinking outside the box. If you know your way around Barrett Parkway will get you to the west side of 75. You could come around the backside of Marietta and South Cobb, or the backside of Marietta and Dobbins Air Reserve, and take South Cobb Drive or Atlanta Road. Both of those will get you back to the perimeter, and then you can head back up towards I-75. I'm even thinking about one of the crazier alternates. I'm going to call it my insane alternate, by taking Barrett Parkway. And I know this is a long way to go, but it's a lot better than just sitting in hours of traffic. Barrett Parkway will connect you with either the east-west connector, and you kind of go through Smyrna, or think about Barrett Parkway. It hooks up with Windy Hill. You could take Windy Hill and get back on the scene, because this is between Delk and Windy Hill. So you can enter 75 south from Windy Hill. So even though I call that my insane alternate, it's really not a bad alternate. The best news we're seeing here is on the right side. The express lanes are open. Well, that's not great news for the thousands of you that are stuck in this nightmarish ride. This tractor trailer again. Oh my goodness gracious, folks. This is a live look from the Sky Tracker. They're showing us this backup, and as I mentioned, it's over 12 miles. We know there's a lot of truck traffic that travels along I-75 south, coming in from the Nashville area, heading through Atlanta. You combine that with not only a Friday morning rush hour, but with the busiest travel holiday, Labor Day. Folks wanting to get out of town, get that long weekend going, and unfortunately, it's just not going to happen. Miles and miles of backup as the Sky Tracker is, look at that, just showing you. And these delays, again, impacting 575 all the way back beyond Chastain Road. Now, unfortunately, it's only going to get worse. We know the word has gotten out. Hopefully, you guys and gals have been watching 11 Alive, and we've been showing you this since 4:30 this morning. Boy, I wish those express lanes were a little bit more packed, but this is all because of an overnight wreck involving a tractor trailer that struck the support beam at Windy Hill, 75 south at Windy Hill, catching fire. Chemicals inside that trailer not only ignited, but began to explode. Crews got out there. They battled that. Again, the best news is no injuries on the fire department side or the driver of that tractor trailer. But as you can imagine, look at this video that we got from Cobb County. That is going to be quite a nightmare to clean up. I would imagine they're going to have to get some bridge inspectors out there as well. Make sure that all these support beams are secured. So that could even take longer. GDOT telling me earlier that 7 o'clock they thought they were going to have these lanes open. Well, unfortunately, that was just wishful thinking. Oh boy, once again, we go right up top to the Sky Tracker, and it is miles and miles of backup. Those folks that have peach passes in that express lane, you are the good ones right now. You're excited about that, but those lanes did not open up until about a half hour ago. Now, folks, we're going to continue to cover this for you right here at 11alive.com. We're going to do a couple of network cut-ins at 726, 756. Chesley's going to keep watching that forecast for you. We know a lot of folks have plans in town, so we're going to keep an eye on that 7-day forecast for you, because things are going to be a little bit unsettled. But again, this is 75 southbound, shut down between Delk Road and Windy Hill. As soon as they get these lanes reopened, we'll let you know. But 75 south, not the place to be. Even 575 impacted with this major traffic alert and breaking news. Folks, we're going to continue to cover this probably for a good portion of the morning at 11alive.com and live on air. Stick with us. Good morning, everybody. Crash Clark here with you. We are watching live from the Sky Tracker as Marietta PD and Hero units pace and open lanes now. It looks like we've got 4 lanes now open. They're going to hold that far right lane, and you could see what is left of the tractor trailer fire. We've been following this as breaking news. This tractor trailer traveling on 75 southbound, striking one of the bridge supports at Windy Hill, not just catching fire, but the contents of this tractor trailer, a chemical which at one point exploding while Cobb Fire trying to fight this thing. As you can see, the fire is out. Heavy duty wreckers on the scene. They're trying to drag what's left of this tractor trailer on top of a flatbed and just haul the whole thing away. Now you see that white substance on the road there. That is a drying agent that crews put out to soak up some of this chemical, whatever was left that wasn't burned, but still quite a scene to clean up. We've had 75 South closed between Delk and Windy Hill since we came on the air at 4:30 this morning, but finally a little bit of good news here as we are seeing some movement. This is a live look from the Sky Tracker, and what's even better is if you look to the top of your screen there, you can see those express lanes finally open. They were not open earlier. In fact, they didn't open the express lanes till about 6:30 this morning for reasons unknown. It was a head scratcher to me, but unfortunately most of you are stuck in this thing, and I mean it is bumper to bumper. Let's get over to my maps and we're going to show you another look here. You can see traffic starting to move again. That's the good news. The bad news is it's going to take a long time till we get any bit of normalcy back on 75 South where it was closed. We're back open between Delk and Windy Hill. That far right lane is open, but look at that red stretching back, impacting 575 as well. At one point, it was solid back to Chastain Road, over 12 miles of backup. You can still see folks that are making their way through Kennesaw into Marietta. 75 will start hitting those brakes beyond Barrett Parkway towards Chastain. So we're not out of the woods yet, even though we are seeing some movement. Now, we gave you Cobb Parkway. Cobb Parkway is the number one alternate for 75 whenever anything happens. But as you can imagine, since 4:30 this morning, as I was giving you that alternate, a lot of people jumped on it. Powers Ferry was a decent alternate, but only for a small stretch of road. Now, I was trying to get creative and send some folks around the backside of Dobbins Air Reserve. You could still do that, South Cobb Drive or Atlanta Road. I know it takes you a little bit further west than what you want to be, but trust me, you still don't want anything to do with I-75. That'll at least get you back to the perimeter, and you can work your way north back towards 75. Now, I also went really long way around alternate and said, well, you know, Barrett Parkway will take you right to Macklin Road. And Macklin Road is essentially Windy Hill once you start heading east. So Barrett Parkway, Macklin, head east. It becomes Windy Hill. Take that right to I-75. And I know that's a long way to go, but again, at least you're moving. Barrett Parkway looked in pretty good shape last time I checked. And here's why I don't want you to touch 75. Look at that, folks. 121 minutes. That is 2 hours of travel time to get you from Barrett Parkway to 285. Now, the rest of the rush hour, we didn't have a whole lot to worry about. Look at Georgia 400, wide open from Alpharetta down to the perimeter. In fact, 66 miles an hour, not bad. I-85, a few folks jumped on the road through Norcross from 316 down towards I-285. Still about a 20-minute haul. That's not that bad. It's been all about this I-75 ride, and we know we see a lot of tractor trailer traffic along I-75. So there's another live look right here. This is 75 around that south loop, and even though we have those lanes reopened between Delk and Windy Hill, it is bumper to bumper, and it's going to take a while. Not only are folks trying to get through their Friday morning, those of us that do have to go to work or school or whatever you're doing, but we've got one of the biggest holiday travel weekends upon us, and folks wanted to hit that road early, maybe get off to the beaches. So I feel for you. My heart breaks for you if you got stuck in that. But if you got friends or family or anybody that wants to travel 75 South, I would keep avoiding it. Express lanes, use Cobb Parkway, even though that's going to be very crowded. But at least we're getting movement 75 southbound between Delk and Windy Hill. We're going to continue to update you at 11alive.com, and I'm going to have another live update at 7:56.
you.